Hey everyone, welcome to this video. Today I'm going to talk about the clothes I want to make for fall 2025. The other day I made a list of some project ideas for upcycling and sewing, and I thought it'd be fun to share them with you. I guess this is a bit of an inspiration video, but it's just going to be fashion, I suppose. I'll have a proper autumn inspiration list closer to when it's actually autumn, so this is kind of more like a fall style and inspiration, what I want to make. And I think most of this stuff will be thrifting oriented and upcycling oriented. So let's get into it. The first thing on my list is a lace or a tablecloth skirt. I have this picture from Pinterest that I've had saved for a while. It looks just like a simple pencil skirt made from a thrifted tablecloth. I really like searching for tablecloths on eBay and Etsy. They can get pretty expensive, especially if they're in good condition. So I do prefer to get the tablecloths that already have some rips or stains on them and just work around it or try to mend a bit or put embroidery on top of the stains to camouflage it. I like searching the term Battenberg tablecloths. That's like a very specific kind of lace tablecloth that is either cotton or linen and then has lace motifs throughout it, but also portions of it are solid fabric. I'll show you the sewing patterns that I have in mind for this project. I'm a sucker for very simple sewing patterns that are so fast and easy to make, but then making them in a very interesting fabric, like an upcycled tablecloth, or doing some fabric manipulation and embellishing on top of the design. I think I got this one from Etsy and then this one from the Resource Exchange. And even though they're essentially the same skirt, I'm curious to try both of the patterns out to see if one fits better than the other for me, or if there's anything different about them. I think this one has a waistband, and this one looks like there's two options, waistband or non-waistband. In this category, I suppose just making things from repurposed tablecloths would be fun, specifically the kind of Battenberg lace tablecloth. A jacket would be fun as well. These have been trending for so long that it doesn't feel very original, but I do think with the right interesting fabric, it could be really cool and refreshing. And also like pants, that would be fun too. So I guess I want to experiment more with upcycling tablecloths, source some really cool, unique tablecloths to upcycle. The next thing on my list is a big cozy scarf, but specifically a quilted scarf. This is an idea that the brand Boho has already done, so that's where I got the idea. I want to make a quilted scarf for myself to wear. This could also be one of those things that you thrift a quilt and then cut it into a scarf or a shawl sort of thing. I love the idea of the quilted scarf. I think that's very unique and super cute. Great way to use up old fabric scraps. The next thing on my list is striped pants. I actually got this fabric the last time I went to the Resource Exchange. They had all of this striped fabric. This is actually the wrong side, but I like the wrong side. It's a bit of a subdued version of the color, which is a brighter red and cream striped fabric. It's very soft. I think it's like a cotton twill sort of thing. I want to make a pair of pants out of this. The pattern that I'm thinking of is, I'm not sure if I want to do the super flared pants or the straight leg pants. Both I think would be super cute in the striped fabric. I'm still also in the mood to make silky pants. I wanted to make silky pants with the fabric that I ended up making silky shorts out of, and I still haven't scratched the itch of wanting a pair of silk pants, silk drawstring pants, so maybe I'll do something like that. I'm not sure. If I find the right fabric secondhand or a dead stock silk fabric, then I would pursue doing that, but right now I don't think I have anything that would work for that. So besides the striped pants, I wasn't super sure what else I could do with the fabric because I have a lot of it. I was thinking maybe a jacket, maybe some pillows. This is unrelated to this list, which I said was only going to be fashion items, but I was thinking I would try to make either the fish or the house-shaped cat bed. We'll see, but I thought the stripes would be kind of sophisticated for this pattern. And I also pulled aside my hat patterns. I thought maybe a striped hat would be cute. Okay, next on my list is corduroy pieces. I do have some chocolate brown corduroy. I'll grab it. I have a lot of this stuff. I got it also from the resource exchange sometime last year and never ended up doing anything with it last fall or winter, so I definitely want to make something out of this year. Do I have anything in mind? Maybe a jacket? Maybe another one of these skirts, like a simple corduroy skirt, or a dress would be really fun. And not fashion, but I could also use the corduroy to make some cute pillows. Next on my list is a brocade duster, kind of inspired by Mary-Kate Olsen. And within this category is brocade and embroidered jackets. I love brocade and tapestry fabric. That's one of my favorite kinds of fabrics. I've loved it since I was like a teenager, I'd say. I'm very drawn to grandma style fashion, old-fashioned clothing and textiles, and I would love to find some kind of secondhand brocade that I could make a long jacket out of, or I also would be open to thrifting a vintage brocade coat, because there's a lot of them on Etsy, probably a lot on eBay as well. I like the idea of a long, fun coat because I've just had a black puffer coat the past few years, pretty much like the past decade. I feel like when I was commuting in college from Monmouth County to New York City to go to FIT for like 5 years, I pretty much just wore a black puffer coat that whole time, typical commuter fashion, and it kind of stuck with me, I guess. From a utilitarian perspective, it's just useful, but it does feel a bit sad or drab. So yeah, I kind of want to make some fun coats, especially like autumnal lighter jackets or that kind of transitional jacket. And I'd love to do some embroidery on jackets. I'm beading, but we'll see because I keep having repetitive injuries in my shoulder and wrist, and that's kind of what has inspired me to make this video, because I'm thinking more along the lines of sewing projects just to try to be easier on my body. But in general, I just love brocade and I want to sew with it and find some secondhand brocade or dead stock brocade. So next on my list is in the realm of trends, which is boho style dresses. I suppose shirt dresses and caftans, which is something that I've always loved, but it's also something that it's definitely trending right now. I have cool patterns that I can use to make stuff like this. I like the idea of a long peasant dress that's kind of shapeless. I love caftans. I think of Emily Flauget, who I tend to talk about in all of my inspiration videos. She was the muse to Gustav Klimt, but she was also a fashion designer, and I've always loved all of her caftans that she made and wore, and I've always wanted to recreate some of my own. I also want to just make very comfy, romantic, long dresses. And do I have some boho dress patterns to show you? Let's see. This is only a small fraction of all of my sewing patterns. This is a pattern that I have made a dress out of. I actually made a linen tablecloth dress out of this pattern and really liked how it came out and ended up selling it, but I elongated the skirt. I think I did this version of it, which I would do again. I'd actually love to see how something like this would look being more like floor length or ankle length. I think that could be pretty cool, and it'd be fun to put a lot of ribbon or do embroidery on something like this. I have this one, which I've had since I was a teenager. I feel like I made this dress for one of my sister's friends, and I've made this dress for myself. It's a pretty good pattern, and it's like a comfy dress to wear. I don't love a V-neck, but I don't know, it's not that dramatic. I feel like this could be a fun dress to make. Also would be really fun to embroider if I ever heal my arm. Next on my list is making myself a suit. I'm especially inspired by Miuccia Prada. Her personal style, she's one of the best inspirations for personal style. Miuccia Prada, who's the designer of Prada for many years, and Miu Miu. I want to emulate everything that she wears in my own way. I would love to make myself a matching pants and dress sort of, or tunic in the style that she wears them. Find some kind of really cool dead stock fabric. It could be brocade. It could just be like a suiting fabric. I want the feeling of a suit, but I don't know that I would actually wear a blazer. I'd like to imagine a world where I actually wear a blazer, but I love the pant dress combination. I think it's really cool. I also like a silkier version as well. Silky pants, but a silky tunic. Basically, I want to make a dress with matching pants. Really, I guess I could pair any pant pattern with any dress pattern and just make them in matching fabrics and then wear them together. But, well, this is a proper suit that I got. This would be really fun to make just because it's been a long time since I've made a tailored blazer. We had to do that in fashion design school and I really enjoyed the process. I don't know what happened to the blazer, but I made a really nice one. So that could be really fun. I love the pants with the blazer. I do love the skirt with the blazer as well. But this is more what I'm thinking of. I mean, this is a good example, like the pants with the long top. This too, but maybe with pants instead of a skirt. A kind of tunic-y open top, button-down top. Also, I love this random sewing pattern, very 90s minimalist, but I like the idea of pairing the pants with the tunic dress thing. This intrigues me because this looks like very advanced sewing. Is it advanced? This actually says it's average, easy, so. And this is a cute dress too. I can imagine this being very cute paired with a matching pair of pants. Very like 70s, I think. Okay, next on my list, hats and berets. This is also kind of inspired by Miuccia Prada. I'm gonna do a whole video on her style, I think, and styling outfits inspired by her personal style. Also, I remember being inspired by this last year, but I'm still inspired by the idea of a crochet lace bonnet or kind of wraparound hood with scarf that's made out of crocheted lace. I also was thinking about trying to make a crocheted flower beanie, which is very 1960s. And the last thing on my list is cozy soft denim or denim on denim. But where do I buy denim that is sustainable? That's the question. For sewing with denim, where do you buy denim? You can definitely buy denim at thrift stores and do like a patchwork situation. But if I want something that is a little bit more streamlined, I'm thinking maybe Mood Fabrics and just searching dead stock denim, or maybe Fabric Mart, I think, is all dead stock fabric, which means it's like the surplus that designers aren't going to use anymore. And instead of throwing it out, they give them to various fabric sellers, so you can feel a little bit more environmentally minded using dead stock fabric. I remember last year also seeing a denim look that Cezanne made, denim trouser pants with, again, a kind of tunic. It was almost like a tunic vest. I feel like this is still stylish. That'd be a fun thing to try to make, and also like tick off the box of a suit look, but it's denim, so it won't be too formal. And I also love a kind of soft, slouchy denim top. I think I'm just curious about making some more denim clothing because it's very easy to wear, easy to sew with, and kind of like a neutral. Like, that's the sort of thing that has such longevity in a wardrobe. I've had denim pieces for ages and they never get old. It is fun to have some projects in mind so that I can make them ahead of time and not be scrambling to make fall clothes when fall is just happening. It's fleeting, goes by pretty fast. I think that's everything. I'm gonna keep it a quick video today. I hope you liked seeing some of my ideas, or at least Pinterest's ideas that I'm interested in replicating in my own way. I hope you're doing well out there. If you want to see more videos, I'll be back next week, and have a good one. Bye, everyone.